Hello and welcome back. As you can see, I'm outdoors once again, enjoying the beautiful weather. It's funny how something as simple as the wind in the trees can feel so beautiful. Beautiful might not be the right word I'm trying to express. Enjoyable. So enjoyable. We've forgotten how to just be in the world. And it seems as though our attempt, what we've been taught how to live our lives, is constant striving for achievement and never actually taking the time to enjoy it. And you might think, if you buy a car, then you go for a drive, you're enjoying your car. And that's not what I'm talking about. And of course, when you purchase something, a person is going to go on this exploratory phase. It's something new, so you're going to learn all about it. And that's not what I'm talking about when I'm saying enjoying. We don't take a minute often enough to just sit and reflect and look back at all the things that we've done in our lives, the experiences we've had, the good and the bad, and to just sit there and digest it all, and to just be and enjoy being. We haven't been taught. I'm having a hard time to speak lately. We haven't been shown how to relax, how to just be. And I feel like that's the missing component. And I feel like it's the missing component is because it's what I've found in my life that's the most fulfilling to me. It's the most rewarding to me. As I'm sitting here and talking to you, to the camera really, but sharing this message of the lessons that I've learned, I'm coming from the point of view of someone who was very much a worldly person. And the stuff that I talk about, I went through. So I can remember clearly in my life living that mad dash, that rush from one thing to the next. And when you get something new, you learn all about it, and then you lose yourself for a week or two in it, and you kind of become a little miniature specialist on it. And then it becomes something that you can add to your intelligence, into the mind, and then you can talk about it, and then you can show off to your friends and share how much you're an expert in this new area and how everybody else should get one. And there's this very worldly, superficial level where we experience life, where it's just go, 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 go. And what I've found from practicing the plethora of spiritual teachings and a lot of the stuff that they suggest trying, having tried an enormous amount of them for myself, I finally found a few of them that are extremely impactful to basically giving me the feeling that I was looking for through those things that I bought. And I understand now that what I was experiencing then, after buying something new and learning about it and using it and enjoying it, is that what I was really experiencing was excitement. I wasn't really experiencing enjoyment. I was riding the wave of excitement, which is why after a few weeks of time, the wave crashed, because you can only be excited about something for so long. That energy, that high energy, eventually goes away, and then you're stuck looking for the next thing to create that high of excitement. So I was living my life from the high of one excitement to the next excitement, from one purchase to the next. And whether you realize it or not, if you haven't learned to meditate and to just enjoy being yourself, just being, then that's probably what you're doing too. I'm not saying it is, most likely it is. Because the level of excitement that a person experiences, it can last longer or shorter for some people depending on its intensity. So let's say you bought a new car and you got a new job and now you're getting married in a few weeks and then you're going for a trip place and so on. Then if you're very good at lining up all these things that are going to make you excitement, then the anticipation of those things are going to create a certain level of excitement as well. And you're going to feel a certain feeling inside of you that you might confuse with fulfillment. But it's just another shadow. It's a shadow. Anticipation is the shadow of excitement. You're anticipating how happy and excited, how excited you're going to feel. And you're able to play a story in the mind, and you're able to jump in that story and live in the story of what it's going to be like, as opposed to living in the reality of life as it is right here in front of you. So going through this experience myself, I learned that there's another level. There's a much deeper foundational experiential level that's available to every human being that doesn't necessarily require lining up things to be excited about and anticipate them coming. And I'm not saying those things you don't do them. You still do them. You still go about those things, but it's not necessary anymore. So let's say one of them falls or something happens that you go through a life period where a bunch of those things fail. They all fall out of, the plans fall through. Then you're not hit with disappointment because you're not banking your happiness on how excited you're going to feel. And your anticipation doesn't turn into a form of maybe depression or despair or anger, frustration. So living in the moment, and what I'm talking about, what I've discovered, it enables you to live in a way that even if something doesn't happen the way you planned, if your plans do fall through, then you don't fall anywheres, because you're not living in that anticipation and excitement to hold you up. You're living in enjoyment. You're living in the enjoyment of life itself. So these things add, it's like spicing up your food, Sometimes you could use a little bit of ketchup and a little bit of this on your French fries, but but if you can enjoy French fries just on their own, the ketchup is just extra. Do you know what I'm saying? By what I've learned in life is that to enjoy here and now, I don't need other things in order to feel fulfilled. And when plans fall through, I don't fall with those plans. So learning to enjoy the feeling of being, not being alive, just the feeling of being itself. If you search inside yourself, if you go looking deeply within your own sense of being, you may come to a point where you recognize what they call, or what I've heard called, the sense of I am. Not I am this or I am that, just the sense of I am. And when I return my awareness to that sense of I am, a few things happen. Number one, time slows down, and all of a sudden I can hear all these different sounds that are in the present moment with me, that I was tuning out or not able to really focus on because in a previous way of thinking and being, I was in the story of anticipation, looking forward to the excitement I'm going to feel. So I live in the now. I don't live in my head anymore, is what I'm saying. And this is what this has done for me. I don't live in a dream, in my dreams for the future. I don't live in a dream, and that's what they mean when they say not living in a dream, either because of the things that happened to you in the past or the things that you're going to experience in the future, none of which are real, none of which are here and now. What is real is here and now. No past, no future, and the now is in a constant flow. So when you can learn to recognize your sense of being, it's in a constant flow with life itself. And then you become a participant. You participate in the flow of life. And there's this overwhelming sense of fulfillment, overwhelming sense of, it's almost as if your cells, your body, all the cells in your body are vibrating with excitement and enjoyment, and for no reason. That's the thing. It's almost, and it's not just almost, it feels like it's like an orgasmic state. I've heard mystics call this, a leaf just fell on me, blissfulness. And I've only ever really experienced this blissfulness, this sense of ecstasy, when I can reconnect my awareness, what I'm aware of, to the deeper sense of I am. So then when I connect and stay connected, continually dropping the past, continually not allowing my mind to live in anticipation, I can still set goals, I can still do the things that I was once doing but I'm not doing them for fulfillment. I'm already fulfilled. So I have a sense of fulfillment in life, and then whenever I'm doing the activity, I can fully enjoy it because I'm not dependent on it to give me anything. I already have it. So I have this fulfillment which is connected to being, and I have this deep sense of enjoyment because I'm bringing my energy into the activity that I'm doing. So instead of using the activity to bring me something, I'm bringing myself, I'm bringing my being into the activity. It's a whole reverse way of being and going about doing things in the world. But there's an extra deeper layer of fulfillment that's involved with the activity. So the activity still brings excitement. But you might have noticed when you're doing an activity, sometimes when you get near the end of the activity, depending on you and the person, some people can start to feel a little bit depressed at the thought that it's about to end. You start to feel sad. Well, that's gone for me. There's no sadness. It's just resting in fulfillment, blissfulness, ecstasy. It feels as though my cells are bursting. And even though I experience sadness from times, anger, which can sometimes cast a shadow over that sensation, when I notice now that I see the shadow, I return again, and all of a sudden it transmutes into peace. Even though I might feel anger, I might feel sad, I feel peaceful. So that sense of peacefulness never disappears. When you're in a positive state of being, you can enjoy that positive state. When you're in a negative state, you can still feel peaceful, even though the negativity is in your awareness, in your field of being. So no matter what, you're not looking to the external circumstances of life, and when something happens that you don't necessarily want, you can still feel good. Because that peacefulness is always there no matter what happens in your life. No matter how deep the sorrow, there's always that sense there. The only thing that happens is that it becomes obscured, like as like clouds over the sun. Sometimes you just need to remember that the sun is still there. So I leave you with that. Look for something deeper, look for something that's stable if you're looking to be truly happy in life and you really want to enjoy life. Enjoy, not be excited and live in anticipation. If you want to learn to enjoy life, look for that deeper state of I am within you. See what happens. Wherever you are around the world, whatever time it is that you're watching this video, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Peace.